What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about my top farms that I'm currently doing in Mist of Pandaria Classic. And I change my farms all the time because I'm not in a position where I need gold on MoP Classic. I just think it's fun to farm gold. So I try to mix it up a little bit so I don't get bored of it. But before we take a look at them, massive thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Mist of Pandaria Classic. This is a digital guide that you open up on your computer, and it features all the best tactics, farms, and methods to make gold in the Mist of Pandaria. So if you don't have that already, you can grab it by clicking the link down below in the description and use the discount code Studen for 50% off. And once again, to everyone that has already picked it up, really do appreciate the support and all of the positive feedback on the gold guide. Really does mean a lot to me. Now, the first location is like my current favorite, I could say, the one that I've done the most lately, and that will be the Angler's Expedition. Now, I didn't make a video about this location, and I think it is absolutely great. So if I want to focus on getting like a Mote of Harmony to craft epic items, or if I need to restock on cloth or anything like that, I always do this location right here. And it's going to be better and better as I get better gear, because right now, we don't really have the best gear, but we're getting celestial dungeons, newer raids, higher item levels, so this farm is just going to get better and better. Now, this one should be done with a Potion of Luck on, especially if you want to get a chance at getting slightly more Motes of Harmony, which tends to make a lot of gold if you have a crafting profession. And they drop, as I mentioned, they drop cloth, Motes of Harmony, green items, etc. Now, the exact location of this place, it's called the Angler's Expedition, and you can find it over here in Krasarang Wilds at this little hut right here. So really, really good location, but there is a lot of similar locations to that one in Panda Land. Now, Windward Isle is probably the most popular one that people do, but it also has a lot of competition. So even on my medium pop realm, there is usually people, and if you have too many people, like more than 2 people, it becomes really awkward, and you can't really get the same gold per hour as I'm able to get at this one. And since we're talking about medium pop realms, like the next farms are, these are like my personal top farms, right? These work really well on my realm. And one of those would be farming Frostweave cloth, because Frostweave cloth is still needed for everyone that's leveling up first aid and tailoring, and there's very few people farming it. So I'm able to generate a good amount of gold by farming Frostweave cloth. It's I usually don't do it unless it's closer to 5,000 gold per hour, which I know if you play in a full pop PvP realm, that seems very unlikely, but on my realm, a PvE realm, that is very likely, and I've done it many, many times. So that specific location, it's obviously a Northrend farm, and you gotta head over to this place right here next to this little building close to the Shadow Vault. That's where you find this plateau with these constantly spawning mobs. Really, really good location. Now, the next one is, again, an old content one, and I've made a few videos about this, and it just keeps on staying insane on my realm. And that will be this location right down here. I call it Twilight the Beach Farm, because it's on the beach right here, and you have like a shit ton of mobs fighting each other. So this farm should be done with a Potion of Treasure finding, because the majority of the gold on this farm is going to come from Embersil cloth. Embersil cloth, as I'm recording this video, is 4 gold and 9 silver each on my realm, and it's been even higher than that because people need it for all sorts of things, mainly for leveling up tailoring. You need right above 1,000 cloth for that, and nobody can be arsed to go and farm the cloth themselves. So here I am selling the cloth to people. Now, at 4 gold apiece at cloth, I'm making roughly 6,000 gold an hour on the cloth alone. And then you have the raw gold, you got the green items, which you can vendor or disenchant, and you have all of the other miscellaneous materials that comes from the loot that you get by having the Potion of Treasure finding on. So as of right now, even doing like the good raw gold farms on my realm, it can't be like this farm can't compete with anything. This is by far, with the current prices, the best realm. But it's not always like this. Sometimes Ember Silk Cloth has gone down to 3 gold each, 2 gold each. So I always gotta adapt and do different farms based on what the market is doing right now. But in hindsight, though, I should have just done the farm regardless of what the current price was, because the price has always increased later on. But it's like, I make a video about Ember Silk Cloth farming, people go and do it, prices plummet, but it doesn't take long for the prices to come back up again. So for everyone asking, those are like my top 3 gold farms right now. Doesn't mean it's the only gold farms I'm doing, though. And it wasn't the same 3 farms that I did last week. They are constantly changing. But at the moment, those are the 3 farms that I am doing. So with that being said, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you don't have it already, make sure to check out the complete gold guide for Mist of Pandaria Classic. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more MoP Classic gold farming videos, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.